Vamos a continuar con un show.
You can grab a seat right here to the right.
Okay.
How are you?
Thank you, John.
Welcome. How are you?
Bueno, ahora hay un show de entramos aquí a un show de cocodrilos. Está incluido dentro de del precio un show que hacen de cocodrilos. Así que cuando uno termina los 35 minutos del paseo en el bote, lo entran a una chocita, a un kiosco, como se diga, y bueno, aquí vamos a estar todas las personas que estuvimos, digamos, como en 2 o 3 botes, y la idea es que van a venir unas personas especiales y van a hacer el show con los cocodrilos.
Right, so as you drive down the road, you'll start to see alligators out in the bank. Migration has begun. There's a lot of pretty birds you can see here, but this is also just one part of the Everglades. So really appreciate this. If you have the opportunity, you can hit each spot within like an hour's drive. River of Grass is the slowest river in the world. Are you laughing at my toenails? No, okay. I have daughters, so okay. They get one per week. They think it's fun. So anyway, that's all you're looking for. That's all right. The slowest river in the world, half a mile, 24 hours is like 2 feet deep throughout. So you can pretty much walk through it. 1 hour southwest, river meets salt water, opens into Florida Bay. So you go to the Keys, you got Flamingo, Everglades City. You'll enter right through it. You're making me nervous, my friend.
Ah, why?
Yeah, you can't sit there, my friend. Kids, you gotta run. Plus, you know, that's making me nervous. Look, if you have children, this is the snake you want in your backyard. I have children. I just release them in my backyard all the time. My children. The wild ones. Right? So it's creepy. When I was a kid, this is what I wanted for a pet. My mother told me, no way. Look at me now. Yeah, they're creepy, I know. Most people don't like snakes, and I get it. But if you see one in your backyard, you don't like them, what you should do is go inside your house and shut the door. Yeah, you'll be safe there. If you hurt the snake, you hurt the environment. Snakes are eating all the rats and mice out there. Remember, there's a lot of beautiful mammals, but 25% of those are rodents. Let that sink in. 1/4 of the mammal population, rats and mice. Get rid of snakes, watch what happens. You know, people used to think snakes and black cats brought evil spirits. They wiped them out. You know what happened next? Plague? 1/3 of Europe? Nobody cares. Alligators. The thing about the alligator is this guy's all over the southeastern United States now. Wally is 4 years old. I've had him since he hatched. He started off in my bathtub. He still lives today in my backyard. Right, so basically they're super cute when they hatch, like 6 inches, and they'll grow slowly 1 foot every year. Once they get to my size, about 6 feet is when it's going to start to slow down. They're going to add a little weight, get larger. They might live 50, 60 years. So the biggest alligator on record is 19 feet 2 inches. That line right there to the edge of the wood is 19 feet 2 inches.
Wow.
The biggest alligator on record. They caught him in Louisiana. Yeah, they also caught him in 1890. I mean, who knows how they measure things like this. Florida's 15 feet. I don't know that I'm buying that one. 5 meters is a big alligator. Watch how fast they can run. You don't have to outrun the alligator, just your buddy there. So when they hatch, they have bright stripes. Now they've disappeared. A lot of times in the wild, you'll see stripes or spots on animals. So he's in the dark water, he's going to blend in, but there's something that's below looking up, and he's going to blend into the sky. If you look at sharks, dolphins, and birds, you'll see a very similar pattern. It's always about camouflage. My friends, that's the top of the food chain. The thing about alligators is that they're here to balance nature. Most of the alligators that hatch eventually get eaten by something. Some live long enough to reproduce, but you know, if you have 30 in a nest and all of them hatch, 1 or 2 live their entire life. Everything else is dinner. They all survive. There's 20 million out here. It's too many. Big alligators eat small alligators. River otters run through alligators bigger than this. Did you guys see the great blue heron out there today? Yeah, they eat more alligators than anything in the Everglades. I know, buddy. The jokes are only going to get worse. You'll be able to get out that way. Oh, you don't have. Okay. Yeah, you're locked in behind you. No escape. Gatorade. Gatorade comes from kids. Done my job for the day. So this little guy right here basically has on top of his head, nose, eyes, and ears. You can see basically sticking the top of the head above water. They can smell a dead, rotting animal about a mile. The ear is right behind the eye. You can see it move. They'll actually flutter it on their own. They can hear fish jump in the water 100 yards, 100 meters. That can tell the difference between me and a dog walking. The eyelids protect, they blink. See the goggles for when they go underwater. Nictitating membrane. Keeps the dirty water out, plus they can see underwater. It's like a windshield wiper. See that? If they got bit by something, their eyes sink into the skull. Built to last. Like a Chevy. Tough crowd today. Jokes are going to get way worse. Small brain, big mouth is a bad combination. That's here to balance nature, not to figure out a math problem. So they hatch with 80 teeth. The thing about the alligator is the teeth are small. So with the mouth closed, top teeth are visible. They kind of got like an overbite. They lose a tooth, it grows back. They lose it again, it grows back again. Can you see that right there? They might replace every tooth 50 times. It'd be rare, but 4,000 teeth they can go through. See the smile there? It's a Florida smile. So today, from here to Virginia to Fort Worth, Texas, about 4 million alligators. In the 1960s, less than 60,000. The American alligator has made an incredible comeback. We got alligators all over Florida, all over the Everglades. Really, where you're at now is one of the most unique ecosystems on the planet. Really, diversity is where you're at. So you have alligators, you have crocodiles. The only place on the planet both exist. Tessie's different. She's a crocodile. Her nose is long and pointy. Her teeth are bigger. Her color is different. Alligator looks happy. Crocodile looks angry. What you see is what you get, right? There's 23 species, my friends, of crocodilian. You got 15 crocs. So if all 15 crocodiles sat in front of us right now, none of them look the same. What they look like is where they live. What they're built for is what they eat. Some eat fish and birds. Some eat water buffalo and sharks. Two of the biggest are here. Here together would be direct competition with each other. So river, swamp, and lake for the alligator.
Gator.
Good luck. I've had her since she has. She told me. Just gotta pay attention. All you gotta do is pay attention. It helps out a lot, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've had her since she's a little baby. So anyway, basically the alligator and crocodile in the wild would rarely see each other, but these two grew up in my bathtub and still live in my backyard. I take them to schools, libraries, summer camps, education. The more we learn, the more we care. They are best friends. They're babies. 6 feet, they're adults. Crocodilators do not exist, okay? The alligator numbers about 1 million river, swamps, and lakes, but crocodiles are on the coast. From here to Peru, there's probably 70,000 along the coast. Here in Florida, if you go to Flamingo, you'll see some. You hit the Keys, you're in their home. We only have 2,000. They like to live on our quiet beaches that we have in Florida. Have you guys been to our quiet beaches yet? Good luck finding that. So alligator is dangerous. Crocodile is bigger, stronger, faster, and smarter. Crocodiles are built with pores in their tongue that allow for them to excrete the salt out of their mouth. So alligator's salt sensitive. An alligator can actually swim in the ocean, but crocodiles can live there through the pores. 2 species do. Indo-Pacific and American crocodile, often referred to as saltwater crocs. Saltwater crocs take the whole tropical range. So northern Australia to Southeast Asia, South Florida to Peru. Crocodiles do swim in the ocean. They're along the coast. Most crocodiles are in fresh water. Big crocodiles eat big salty animals. Big salty animals. Don't swim in the Nile River. Crocodile digest anything. Crocodiles are swimming in the ocean, which is crazy to think and hard to believe. Most people don't want to believe it, but you don't have to believe me because it's on your phone. You can watch crocodile and shark feeding side by side on a whale carcass, literally touching each other in the water.
Wow.
Crocodile and bull shark interaction in the bay. Crocodile grab a bull shark and put him on land. It's not even fair. Sharks eat crocodiles too. Have a crocodile off the South African coast. Look it on your phone. This big. Great white shark.
Wow.
Never going in the ocean again. There's crocodiles out there today that are 20 feet. Indo-Pacific, American, and now crocodile. The American crocodile here is not 20 feet, but in Central America, you better believe it. There are big crocodiles there. So I'm going to bring an alligator. I'm going to see if I can walk one in here. I'm not here to fight this guy. Make sure you stay seated. So the thing is that at nighttime, when it gets cooler out in the 60s, they'll just go underwater. It'll keep them warmer underwater. But this time of year, with the water cold and the sun out, you're going to see alligators out and about during the daytime a lot more. South Florida gets really hot. In the summertime here, you'll see them more in the water. If you don't mind, we're just going to go right over here. If you don't mind. A little further. If you don't mind. You mind just a little further? Male alligator, he'll grow his entire life. Charlie is his name. Females stop growing at like 9 feet. That's very dangerous, yes, but also it's not built to eat something like this. They're after things that fit in their mouth. They're territorial and they're salt sensitive. Like that's capable of getting something big. He can squeeze 1,000 pounds per square inch. But if he holds food that he can't swallow, the bigger alligators come to steal it from him. What makes them so dangerous are humans now. Humans used to hunt them, now everybody feeds them. You think for 1 second that because that doesn't speak the same language that we do, that they don't communicate this on to their other alligators, their offspring? People feed them. So basically people feed them, they get hungry, instead of going to look for food, they go back to your house. If you feed them again, they will live in your backyard. If you have a swimming pool, bonus for them. It's so hot here in South Florida, they often get out of the water here and get into people's pools. You see it on TV, this is the real thing, this really happens, you know? The problem is they get close to your kids. That's a problem. They're opportunistic and they'll take advantage of things, you know? Unfortunately, they remove and destroy alligators that are fed by humans. Yeah, if you feed them and then relocate them, they'll activate Google Maps and they'll go back to your house. Record this, okay? You from here? I think so. If I was walking down the road and I needed to borrow your phone, would you just give it to me like that? Don't ever give your phone away. Watch how they can digest. Check this out. You get it all on record now. So. Tongue is attached, throat is closed, most of the teeth in there are very small. Remember, they don't need big teeth. They just need to be able to hold on to slippery fish, turtles, birds, things like that. I know you think I just did you a favor, but now you have to airdrop that to everybody. They are coming after you, I promise. They keep the throat closed, catch. Head above the water, back of the throat open and swallow the food. That doesn't have a teeth to chew. They're crushing, right? Small animals. Did you notice how he walked in here? But before he walked in here, did you hear the noise that he made was different than that little hissing sound that you just heard right here? So the hissing sound is when I touch his nose, big bad alpha male, letting you know he's still tough. That noise that he just told me right there was to go fly a kite, okay? If he walks out again, he's not coming back in here. If you force that, this is when bad things happen. Listen, if I jump on your back, you're going to get very angry with me and you're going to fight back, and same thing here. But you know, he's gotten used to the fact that I'm not here to have a fight with him. But he still bites, because everything bites, right? I have a sweet one. I have 2 shy ones. I have a feisty one. I have one that's angry all the time. You guys have any friends like that? You're the one? Yes. I was going to say, if not, you're probably the angry one. The sweetest one we have in here bites too. I'm sure some of you are very sweet. I bet you woke up one day in a bad mood and expressed with your mouth how you feel. Don't mess with them when they're in a bad mood. I mean, you don't mess with her when she's in a bad mood, do you? You don't mess with her. Look at that nervous laugh. I get it. Anyway, yeah, don't mess with them when they're in a bad mood. So, you can see these bones that go down the back right here are solar panels built in. Porous bones, blood vessel, it's cold-blooded. You can move back. Thank you. So much. So this animal wants to be warm like us. He'll hang out in here because he enjoys the fan and he knows that we're not here to have a fight. But really, they want to be in the sun more than anything. And in the summertime, they want to hang out in here. If they get too hot, they just open their mouth, drop their tongue, release the heat. They'll just sit under the fan. You'll see that a lot today. If you drive down the road, they'll be out there thermal regulation. Right? That right there, you can find all the way to Virginia. They get in the lake top freezes, the nostrils don't, the body will shut down into brumation, like hibernation for reptiles. Nice. 85, 86, they can start digesting. He can run 10 miles an hour. I mean, he won't, but he could. He won't chase me anyway. I never wear the color red out here. I'm attracted to red. You guys didn't get the memo, did you? He put you on the edge of the boat. Maybe somebody had a plan. The alligator runs to the water. Some crocodiles will run after you. Look, some crocodiles will try to eat you. That's the reality of it. Cuban crocodiles, much like velociraptors. The other end of the spectrum is the laziest of them all. Alligator's not chasing you. If you got chased by an alligator, you got close to mama with eggs in her nest. And she chased you only before she gave you fair warning. Hiss, growl, you get within 10 feet, she'll come at you. You can't avoid it at that point. They tell people in Florida growing up to run in a zigzag to avoid it. I don't know if anybody's ever heard that before. Anyone? No? Okay. Good, thank God. Welcome to Florida. Trying to get us all killed, I think. Applause for the alligator.
Oh, como vemos, este es el cocodrilo que del show que vimos. Y bueno, lo bueno de este show es que después de que sales del paseo en bote, les presento aquí a mi amigo. Después de que sales del paseo en bote, son 35 minutos y puedes venir a ver el show aquí, y el show está incluido. Es $30 por adulto y $19 para niño. La verdad vale la pena el precio, es bien interesante. Le enseñan a uno muchas cosas acerca de los reptiles y bueno, y de toda la fauna que se ve aquí alrededor. Thank you so much, sir. You too. So, así que nada, es una experiencia maravillosa. Las personas que dan, los instructores que dan las charlas acá, tienen un carisma impresionante, alma latina, y bueno, es una experiencia maravillosa. El sitio es hermoso, las instalaciones son bien bonitas. Como siempre yo digo, si hay algo que... mira este árbol tan hermoso que está ahí al frente, qué hermosura de árbol. Como digo siempre en algunos videos, si hay algo que es bonito, definitivamente tengo que recomendarlo. Este sitio está bien chévere para conocer y nada, 100% recomendado. Si vienes con la familia, solo o como sea, acá la vas a pasar bueno, vas a estar bien rodeado de gente bien chévere, bien interesante. ¿Qué, mijo? ¿Tiene algo que decirnos? Como siempre, muchas gracias por ver nuestros videos. Hoy desde este parque impresionante en los Everglades en la Florida. Muchas gracias por ver los videos, muchas gracias por suscribirse, muchas gracias por apoyarnos. Un abrazo para todos. Esta experiencia es de verdad única. Si vienes a la Florida, tómate un tiempito, venir aquí solo con tu familia. No es tan costoso y es algo que va a quedar en tu mente para toda la vida, un buen recuerdo. Definitivamente vale la pena. Nada, si tienes posibilidad de venir a vivir esta experiencia, vívela. Y bueno, déjenme en comentarios más adelante si ya viniste, si hiciste otra experiencia como esta, si fue diferente en diferentes parques. Así que muchas gracias de nuevo, un abrazo para todos y nos vemos en el siguiente video.